Hey, we did good on that.
We did. That
Nice.
was really good. Hey guys, we're really glad you're here today. We're getting really close to Christmas, and I hope everybody's gotten their shopping done. And before we talk about some of the new and wonderful things we want to talk about for the new year, I wanted to tell you a couple of things. The first one is holiday shipping. I know. We haven't had too many people contact us, but if you haven't watched the news, the Postal Service has had more packages than they have ever had in their entire history, and they are completely inundated. With that said, we've noticed a few of our packages showing up in a sort facility and kind of hanging out there. This means that your package is not lost. It is just delayed, and it will get there. Now, Cindy of Red Threaded had this great idea. She said, look, if your package doesn't show up, download a picture of the internet of what you bought, print it out, put it in a box, and put that under the tree. All is not lost. Anyway, we are still sending out packages daily, and we have not been delayed at all in sending them out. The delay is coming in the actual being out in the system and in USPS. UPS, I don't think we've had much issue with, but now
not as much, but it is happening.
Yeah, and they're starting to deliver vaccinations, so that's kind of inundating them. Yeah. But anyway.
But you know what? Like, if you guys are still looking for things to get for Christmas, but it's kind of you feel like you're cutting it close, there are other things that you can buy.
Right.
Like
gift certificates, and ours are digital.
Yes. So they get emailed right to you.
Yep.
You can forward them, or you can print them out, put them in a card, or you can just forward them via email to the recipient.
Yep.
They're really, really easy to deal with, and then you don't have to worry about mail at all.
Exactly, and they never expire.
That is really great, actually. I have one from, I think,
long time ago.
probably like 7 years ago that I need to use.
Yeah, we actually have people. We had somebody this year, once we had our new site up, one of our old customers, someone we've known for years, she goes, you're not going to believe what I found when I cleared my desk. It was a gift certificate, and I can't remember how old it was. She goes, it can't possibly be any good. And I looked it up, and sure enough, it was still active, so no problem. Anyway, some of the other things that we wanted to remind you of, and you'll see this posted on our social media, we're going to continue to tempt you with Temptation Tuesday. Who was it that nicknamed that?
Well, I heard it from Maggie Roberts.
Maggie Roberts.
In a text message, because she was very upset about all the things we posted on Tuesday.
Oh, yeah. So we have now coined that phrase because we think it's great. Temptation Tuesday. We'll continue. It's going to be a little light for the next couple of Tuesdays. But you'll see if you watch social media, if you watch our Instagram and Facebook, we got a few things coming for the new year, so be prepared.
Yeah. We needed a breather, though.
Yeah, we did.
It's been we've had a lot of stuff coming in.
Right. And it's been a busy Christmas, and we thank all of you for that. We really appreciate it.
Oh, Ruth is here, too.
Oh,
She just said hello.
Oh, hi, Ruth. Oh, that's one of our surprises. We have invited Ruth Watkins to join us from the UK. That is an announcement that we will make a little bit later, but we're really excited about it. So the big thing that we wanted to talk to you guys about was our YouTube and our workshops for 2021. Yay! So we have a lot of stuff planned.
We have a lot of stuff planned.
A lot of stuff.
So much stuff.
Too quiet? Brooke just did the ear thing. That means, Angela, you're talking to yourself.
Okay,
and
part
not
of that
anybody
is
else.
probably because we've been filming a lot for YouTube and workshops.
Yes.
And Angela has an issue when we're filming that she's too loud.
I'm too loud.
And then when we're on lives, she's too quiet.
It's true.
Yeah.
So I have no, what is it when you don't have any volume control? I have no volume control. I don't have a volume button. I need a volume button. So,
Brooke's
I
laughing.
would love it if Angela had a volume button.
ha ha. Anyway, back to business.
All I can picture now is a remote control for you, where we can just like turn you up or turn you down, and then like when you're really on a roll, we can mute.
We can mute. We can have an Angela doll. And sometimes I act like one, you know, the crazy one. Anyway,
You're not that bad.
no, only occasionally. You're learning all our dirty secrets now. YouTube.
YouTube.
Which is where we are right now. Obviously, we'll continue to do lives with you guys because we love it. We love visiting. We love sharing the things that we've brought into the shop. We love talking about your sewing projects, all kinds of other stuff. In fact, I'm working on a little live right now that may happen. That'll be a surprise for the new year. That'll be a special guest. But
You guys will really like it if it happens. It'll
yeah,
be super exciting.
We'll have to see.
Yeah. You remember. Brooke's giving us the look, but she knows. She just doesn't remember.
She doesn't remember. But some of the things we're going to be doing is, you know, we started our YouTube channel, 6 years now. And we started it strictly as an extra teaching, I guess, what would you call it? A teaching,
A supplemental
aid or-
resource.
yeah, supplemental resource for our workshops. Because a lot of things that we teach in our workshops can be taught in a way that we don't have to repeat it all the time, like stitches, things like that. So we thought, well, this is great. We've got this platform. And Christina at the time wasn't with us, but she would do these things for us. So she would shoot them for us. And in her free time, she would, you know, get them up online for us. And she would do the voiceover. So you always hear Christina's voice all over the YouTube. But we would do little tutorials and things like that. Well, what we realized is that some of those are a little bit tired now. And now we've grown beyond just workshops. People are coming to us to learn online. And so we want to do more for you. So one of the things we'll be doing in the new year is we will be starting to revamp some of our tutorials and updating them.
Which I'm really excited for because like most of those things were filmed on a phone. And 6 years ago, phone technology was nowhere near what it is today.
Yeah.
And today we use camera equipment, which is a lot better, so we can get much nicer 4K footage for you guys to see things closer with more detail, and that just wasn't possible 6 years ago with the technology that was available.
Yeah. So all the little bits and pieces that we're not happy with, we'll be able to fix. And we're going to do a couple of new stitch tutorials. And we're also going to be bringing you 3 new mini sew-alongs. And those are going to include some men's sew-alongs. And not exclusively men, but what in the 18th century were typically men's items.
Yeah.
So that's something we're bringing. What else we got here?
We have a couple of hacks coming for you guys. I know a lot of you last year were asking for a few more hacks on a couple of our sew-alongs that we already have. So we'll have, I think, are there 2 of those coming? Yeah, I think 2 of those coming.
Yeah.
So I think you guys will like them. Well, we have... trying to think of what else we have for YouTube. We have a couple of special lives, I think, planned with some things. I don't want to give too much away.
Yeah, we're like telling you everything but nothing. How do you like that? How does that make you feel?
Have you talked about the sew-alongs yet?
Well, we talked about the minis.
I mean,
but we
so
also have the
did,
3-part
I did
sew-along.
put some Easter eggs behind
You
us.
could tell them which hacks we were doing. I
Were
remember
we?
in the meeting.
I don't
Yeah.
remember.
We discussed we were
Yeah,
shared the hacks.
yeah, they're right here.
Yeah.
Shift sleeve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shift sleeve.
Which
So I
you
know a lot of you guys wanted the shift sleeve with the cuff and the gathers. So we're going to be doing that, which will be kind of nice. And we have full sew-alongs too, and mini sew-alongs.
Right. And then the other hack was the under petticoat.
Yes.
Because you've asked about that. And you've got our petticoat sew along. So we'll be referring to that and then just modifying it to show you how to hack it into under petticoat. The shift sleeve, going back to that, we're doing that because the shift pattern that we had you do in our sew along, we picked it for many reasons. You know, there are some examples of a shift like that with a straight sleeve, and in fact the example that we use for you in the shift sew along is the Diderot,
The English cut.
the English cut Diderot. But we know a lot of you have asked for the sleeve that has a cuff, so we definitely want to give that to you. But we gave you the straight one because a lot of people were beginner sewers, and we wanted them to not feel overwhelmed, because a shift is a lot of work, a lot of sewing, and it can be somewhat complex. So we will be doing those for you. And then we've got a sew along that we definitely have planned.
Yeah.
And that's going to be, you want to tell them?
Sure.
Go ahead.
So we know that a lot of you guys out there were really hoping for a shirt sew along.
Right.
And so we're going to do it.
Yeah. And it'll be a man's 18th century, and it'll be historically accurate. So, and it can be made for, you can make it for a man or a woman or whoever.
Yeah, whoever wants to wear it.
Yeah, it's non-gender
Cool.
as far as we're concerned. But you will learn
Or you
all
could
the,
even make it for, like a child.
Yeah, like a child, the child.
The child.
But it will definitely be give you all the steps that you need, like we did with the shift, so that you can build a historically accurate shirt.
Yeah.
So.
I might actually have to take that one. I've never made a man's shirt.
Oh,
I've
Brooke.
only ever made a woman's writing shirt.
Well, that's similar.
It
Yeah.
is, but
Yeah.
that's how I got away in my apprenticeship with the shirt, with a woman's writing shirt. Yeah.
I feel like, how did I get stuck doing both the shift and now the shirt?
I don't know, because you like doing that fiddly work.
I get to do all the stitching.
All the stitching. That's pretty much what it is. A lot of stitching. A lot of stitching.
And there's already suggestions for a hack for the men's shirt sew along.
Oh,
The
jeez.
hack should be the writing shirt.
I knew that was going to happen.
The second you said that, I was like then
know.
that's going to be the new hack request.
Well,
we'll
talk
put it on the
about that.
list. I'll put it on the list.
Well, the other thing that will happen with that is we can take you back to whipped gathers to make ruffles and blah blah blah. There's so many things. We'll just cross back and forth on our own YouTube channel to give you all the things to do
all the 18th
things.
century things you
So
can want.
it'll be good.
Red Threaded is here and says you all look adorable in your adorableness.
Hi, Cindy.
Brooke has ears on too. Like, we're both the reindeers. You just can't see her.
Yeah.
Actually, they want to see your hair, Christina.
Oh,
What color it is?
it's silver and red right now.
It's so pretty.
It's like my Christmas pseudo candy cane hair. It'll change probably for January, I think. I'm gonna keep some of the silver, but I might do something a little bit different with the red bits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just have to get the time and the energy because I am now very silver. With
There's so much we could do.
Yes, so we've been talking about that. So we'll see. Maybe I'll brighten my hair for the new year. We'll see. So, anybody have any questions before we go on? Because we got more to tell you. They're all just kind of hanging out, going, "Oh my God, there's too much stuff."
They're all very, very excited about the shirt sew along and
Good.
hacks and
Good. Yeah, we will probably stick with our every other week schedule, I think.
Yes.
for you.
Because
Yes.
because it's just it's really hard, because we're a business.
Well,
and,
because we have some online workshops that are coming.
yeah, we got online
And
workshops.
a lot
and,
of that's a lot of filming and editing to do
Yeah.
with that, and so a bi-weekly schedule.
plus, we sort of kind of have a business. Yeah,
work.
like people kind of like to buy fabric and stuff, so we sort of have to send it out.
Crazy talk.
Crazy, but yeah, so we're trying real hard to balance all
Yeah.
those balls.
We have a lot of
balls.
Plates in the air?
Yeah. You said plates, I said balls.
You
Never
know,
mind.
It's fine. Let's keep going.
Yeah,
Brooke.
bleep. Anyway.
Emily from Emily's Vintage Visions says she's taking a break from the mini gown that she's been working on in my workshop to make her a men's wrapping gown for her husband using our bed gown pattern.
That's very cool.
Great. I've several people have said they're doing that. I've yet to see one. I want somebody to post it.
Yeah, post
so I can
pictures
see
when
how
you're
they look
done.
because I'm kind of excited about that.
That could be really cool.
It's a simple thing to do.
Yeah.
That's great. So the next thing we want to talk to you about is workshops. So I'm going to preface this by saying that, with all the news and again, COVID, we understand that there's a potential for people to be vaccinated by mid-year. That's kind of I think that's a reasonable assumption. So with that said, there's a good chance we may be able to run our fall schedule. Please understand that we will be picking up where we left off. So people who had already registered for workshops that were supposed to happen that all got canceled will have first dibs at us bringing those back.
Yes.
So after that, then it'll be your normal back to business and fight each other over the workshop slots for our in-person workshops. However,
Apparently that happens for the online workshops too.
apparently so, yeah. However, we've gone virtual, and Brooke, ta-da, has done a fabulous job with our first online workshop. It was very successful. People seem to be very happy. We have listened intently to any of the comments or input that people had to continue to improve our product because, as you know, it takes a village and it doesn't take a minute. It takes time. So we know that this is a process just like it was for our hands-on workshops, and that we will continue to improve our workshops and to grow them. So with that said, we're starting our new year.
Yeah, please tell
man.
them because they keep suggesting.
Oh, I know.
Lots of
Yeah, and some of them are things we have planned too.
Okay. So the first thing that we're starting with in the new year is we are going to be offering the miniature English gown workshop again. All right. It was very successful, and we know that it filled up very quickly. We're going to give you dates, so get your pencil and your piece of paper ready. Registration will be January 20th, opening at 12:30 Eastern Standard Time. That's 12:30, that's 12:30 Eastern Standard Time. We've chosen this, and we've had people ask us, why this time, why not that time? We literally chose this time because we realized on the, let's get it all straight. It's lunch for us here on the East Coast and Central Time, pretty much. Morning for the West Coast and dinner for Europe. So that pretty much gets everybody at a point where they can take a break and hit the button.
And if you're in Australia, I'm sorry, you just have to set your alarm and wake up in the middle of the night because.
And we've had people do it.
Yeah.
We have had people do
Say
it.
the date again, please.
Okay, it is January 20th. And registration will open at 12:30, 12:30 Eastern Standard Time. Okay? So get ready. And do remember, I had a couple of people upset back with one of our registrations. They put it in their cart, but then they started shopping. No. That doesn't even have shipping with it. You put it in your cart and you pay for it. Because in your cart doesn't mean you've bought it. Not until it goes through payment. So somebody can steal it out of your cart. We're just saying the truth, all right? So that is going to be the first workshop for the year, another repeat of that. And then the new workshops for the new year, and I'm going to let...
Mention when that workshop actually starts.
Oh, I don't have that date.
2 weeks after January 20th.
Yeah, whatever that date is.
It's like, is it February 2nd or 1st?
I don't know. We didn't write it down.
3rd?
That's
I don't
fine.
remember.
I don't know.
It's 2 weeks. So the 20th is a Wednesday. It'll be 2 Wednesdays after the 20th.
Yeah,
So it'll be like a Wednesday in February.
yeah, what she said.
Wednesday the 3rd. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Yay!
you.
Knew it was like somewhere around
The
there.
hero.
And clarify how many people will be able to take this route.
We did enlarge that. We said we were going to go up to, was it 60?
60,
Yeah, 60. So it'll be 60 people. All right. And we'll do the same thing we've done in the past. You'll have Zoom support with Brooke. She's amazing. I'll fly in and aggravate her every once in a while. Other than that, it's going to be Brooke and you guys. Have fun with that. Just kidding. Anyway,
Moving on.
moving on. Yeah. So new workshops for the new year.
Yeah.
And first,
This is exciting.
Yeah, let's bring Ruth back on. Hello, Ruth. Ruth Watkins is here.
She's in chat with us.
Yes, she's in chat with us. We'll give her a second to introduce herself. So we're going to look and see. Now, Ruth, you have to introduce yourself. Hope
Well,
you're
she
not.
said hi earlier. But
Yeah.
I haven't
But
seen
now
her.
she has to introduce herself. Now you. Hopefully, she hasn't.
There
gone
she
to-
is.
There she
Yay.
goes. Yay! So, if you haven't heard of Ruth, she has a wonderful costume company. She also produces a very cool thing that we had an aha moment and investigated. And I am going to let Christina tell you because she's the one that's going to be playing with it.
Yay! So Ruth does these really great miniature mannequins, and hers at the moment they're all in half size, and we thought this would be actually really kind of cool. I was talking to Angela and Brooke because we were talking about online workshops and the kind of process of doing online workshops and how certain things are very difficult to do online when we're teaching them in the 18th century manner.
Right.
Because so much in the 18th century is done on the body.
On the body,
And if you
hands-on.
don't have a body, that can make it really, really tricky. And so when Angela had purchased Ruth's pattern, I said, wait, this is a mini body. We could maybe do some of these things on this mini body, and it would be a tool that would help not only us as instructors, but also you all as students, because we would be working on the same form, walking through so many of those processes together. And so we contacted Ruth, who is amazing, and we are going to be partnering with her to create the official B&T small size mannequin for our online workshops, and I'm really excited.
Yeah. So she's going to work with us. We're going to modify it a little bit. It's going to be able to have, we're not going to say the word, squishy, that will be able to be
Tatas?
stayed. Tatas, okay. That will be.
She's going to work with historical undergarments. So we're,
exactly.
We're working
We'll be
with
able
Ruth.
to change her silhouette.
Yeah, we're going to make some adaptations to the pattern to allow it to actually have kind of a moldable bosom that can work not only with 18th century undergarments, but theoretically should be able to work with early 19th century and kind of 19th century undergarments in small scale as well.
Exactly.
So it's very exciting.
So then, taking it one step further.
Yes. Oh, well, so we needed that because one of the new workshops for next year, you guys are going to probably have a squee moment, I assume, from the comments, is going to be stays, construction,
Right.
in miniature.
Yeah.
I'll give you a minute.
And we're really excited. So,
But first, where can they get this pattern, this official Burnley and
okay.
Trowbridge?
It will
Yes.
be.
Well, it's not
it will
out
be-
yet.
It's not out yet. We're working on it. We're working with Ruth right now. So when it is available, you will hear from us and Ruth. There'll be a big announcement. It will be available only through Ruth Watkins.
That is the only way you'll be able to buy it.
It is a PDF download. No sweat. Don't
Yep.
gotta mail it. just download it. So she will have it available to you, and it will have our information there, so you'll know that it's the B&T one. It's the one that we want you to have to do future workshops, whatever, if you choose. The other thing we're going to be doing is we will be doing a workshop to build this mannequin. So if you want help, you don't want to do it on your own, we will be doing a workshop to build this mannequin. So that's something for...
And that workshop will walk through the construction process. And guys, I can tell you, I have put together Ruth's mannequin, and it's phenomenal. Her directions are so easy to follow. The pattern fits together so well, and that's why we're so excited to work with her, because this is such a great product to begin with. And we're not getting paid to say that, right? Like, we bought her stuff.
This is not being
It's just
sponsored.
that's how good it is. And then the workshop will really focus on particularly just kind of the assembly, but how to manipulate the bust to give us that kind of moldable bust that we really want for small scale historical foundations.
Yep. So we're excited, and I think it's going to work out really well.
Ruth says, thanks, guys. You don't have to thank us. You made a beautiful product.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's not, she doesn't just have a woman's shape.
There's a men's one too, which is super exciting. In two sizes. Yeah.
So for you guys out there,
Yeah. And that's something that I think we're going to do in the future. We'll build a man too, because we love that. We also slated a date for this mannequin workshop. Okay, so we put in that we're going to offer this workshop starting the 17th of March. So 2 weeks prior is when we'll have registration, and we don't have that date written down either, because we're like so prepared.
Well, so it'd be the 3rd.
Okay.
Ish, right? The 3rd of March?
Yeah.
Would it be then 2 weeks would be the 17th?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Does the math sound right on that? Can somebody also please drop in the comments a link to Ruth's website? Oh, thank you, Brooke.
Yeah. So in the comments, there's a link to her website and her Instagram. We'll also put it in the description.
Yes.
And we'll put all these dates in the description too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good thinking.
Yay, Brooke. Misorganized, and I'm not. The other thing is this is going to be the test run workshop.
Yes.
For putting this mannequin together. And then after that, so don't get freaked out, because I know you guys are like, but I want to get into the workshop. We're going to do this once. And if you don't get in, that's okay, because then once we've gone through the process, then we'll put it up for demand. So there won't be any support associated with it, but you'll be able to buy it and download it if you need assistance putting it together. But Ruth's directions are all also
her directions
pretty stellar.
are really clear. So I wouldn't panic if you don't get into the workshop, and if you don't get into the live session of the workshop, don't panic. It will go up on demand, because like we said, this is really going to be a foundation for all of our kind of small scale workshops in the future.
And we are kind of going in that direction with a lot of things, because we feel like we can teach a whole lot of what we teach in our hands-on in this half-scale process. Hands-on is hands-on. It does have elements.
There's always the advantage of in-person that you can't completely replicate with an online experience, but we're going to try to come as close as we can.
Exactly. That's our goal. Yeah. So
because I know, a lot of you guys were mentioning how accessibility is a really important thing to you all.
Yeah.
And so we took that to heart, and that meant a lot. And so we really want to make sure that we're trying to help as many people as possible and be as inclusive as possible.
Exactly. And that's it. Because you already spilled the beans or spilled the tea about the stays. But anyway, stays will be coming in June. No date yet, but they will be coming in June. Then we're also going to be doing something really exciting. And
we are? Oh my God, we are! It's going to be so good.
So we offer a workshop in our hands-on that has kind of become, just like this mannequin, sort of going to be a foundation for our online virtual workshops. This workshop has become a foundation for our hands-on workshops, because once you have developed this skill, everything is yours. the world is your oyster. So one of the workshops, and no date yet, but it will be later in the year, we will be offering is a virtual version of our cutting to the figure. You will be required to have your mannequin for that. So don't delay, do your mannequin.
And also the stays.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's true. You will need it for your stays too. Bleh. But anyway, it will be, you'll really be working with your mannequin when you are doing this. Because with stays, we're going to really be concentrating on construction.
Yes.
You know, we'll look at shape, but you can't really, you know.
Yeah.
And she's got a pretty little figure and whatever, and then you want to put it on me, and it could be very different, and yeah. So, but with this cutting to the figure, we're really going to talk about how you go about doing that to cut on any figure. So that's going to be a really exciting class. So look, we finished page 1.
We did it.
Yay! Now we got to go to page 2.
Okay.
So, and yeah, and I wrote down here, this will help you understand, blah, blah, blah.
Look, you were doing good. You were even ahead on your bullet points.
Yeah, man, I rock. Anyway. Does anybody have any questions before we go on? And I'm losing my little Sandy hat.
Well, one of the questions is if they don't get into the stays workshop, then can they purchase like a pattern to make the stays for the mannequin if they want to take the next workshop?
That's a really good idea.
Yeah.
It's a possibility.
Yeah,
we'll
let's
have
think
to talk
on that.
about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to talk about that and figure out what we want to do.
I mean, we are doing 2 back-to-back
2
stays
sessions of
Yeah.
the stays workshop.
That's true. We
Yeah.
didn't announce that.
Sorry,
Yes, there will
yeah.
be 2 sessions. Sorry.
It wasn't in our bullet
And I don't
points.
think I was
Yeah.
listening, but what is the stays workshop? Did you talk about what it's going to be about? Like,
Yeah, it's
Yeah, construction. So it's as Angela just said, it's very difficult to kind of do measure and pattern, not in person. Keep in mind, right? Stay makers serve an apprenticeship. This is something that they're learning literally at
Right.
the knee of their masters. The skills necessary to kind of draft to different bodies. So with that one, it will be similar to the English back gown that Brooke has done, where you have kind of the pattern with you, and then we will cut it out and we will go through step by step all of the construction angles necessary to put together stays, including things like reinforcements.
Yep.
Because those often get left out in commercial patterns, even in good historical patterns as well. A lot of times those extra layers don't get put in because they can be so specific to the body.
Yeah.
And so we will cover what types of bodies might take kind of what types of reinforcements, or if you're having this issue, kind of what might happen to fix it or how you might fix it.
and that is the key with this workshop. There are loads of people out there that are now, I mean, it's so exciting. If you think back like 6-10 years ago, if you think back about 10 years ago, we started doing stays workshops pretty early on, and they were taught by Master Tailor Mark Hutter, and Christina has learned a lot from Mark, and they were ahead of themselves in the fact that he literally was teaching the students the way of the stay maker. Now, in the course of a hands-on workshop, the course of the weekend, you get your pattern drafted to your body specifics and you get your first fitting. None of the construction gets done because it literally
Yeah, you
takes
don't
all
have
weekend to
time.
do that. Yeah. So we have offered in the past, some construction classes as well. But the point I'm getting at with this is that in this class, you're going to understand why the patterns are drafted the way they are. You're going to get a lot of back knowledge to this class other than just the step-by-step, here's how we put them together. I know there are loads of people out there putting them together now, and that is all really informative and helpful, but we're going to give you more than that.
Yeah.
So
And
you're
so
going
this
to know
would be
why.
a really good, if you already have a really solid stays pattern that you like, but you want to put them together in maybe a more historical manner, and you maybe want to troubleshoot some of those issues, this would be kind of a good class for that. But again, we're not going to be covering measuring and drafting or patterning for those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and then the final workshop again is Christina. Da 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 da. We are going to be doing our long-awaited and what was supposed to be a small workshop that we were going to have here when we were doing lots of things that we're not doing now. is going to be our Tambour Workshop.
And that one is the cap that you did.
Yes, that's actually going to be a cap that's in my collection, which I've showed you in previous lives when we were talking about caps. And we are going to be replicating that. I drafted the pattern and everything and had it put into a PDF format, so you'll be able to download it, and you will actually be replicating that cap. And we've actually put the really, really nice cotton aside for it, because that's what you'll use to do it on. So.
Yeah, so that one will actually have some of your materials.
Yeah,
available.
some of the materials. You'll have a shopping list because you'll need a frame and that kind of thing. So you'll get all those links early on in registration. Well, actually, we may up our registration to be a little bit further in advance for this one, so you have time to get your products. So we may put it a month before the class, so that gives you plenty of time to get your frame, et cetera, the things you're not going to be getting from us, and then of course we'll mail a packet out to you.
Because with Tambour, you do need a particular style of embroidery frame to do that, or even a quilting frame to do that.
Yeah.
To do it easily, anyways.
Right.
And there are different price points for those as well. And so some of you might be more or less comfortable spending certain amounts of money. So we want to make sure that you have all of that information well ahead of time, so that there aren't any surprises.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's what we will be doing. And so that takes us to the end of our virtual, which is a lot.
Persis Winter goes, "Oh, cap. I heard cat, and I thought embroidered cats were going to be a thing."
Hey, why not?
I will totally embroider a cat. That'd
Totally,
be awesome.
totally
I mean,
embroider
good luck
it.
pinning it down long enough, I think.
Yeah, right? that could be very interesting, actually.
There has been a couple questions about men's workshops. We're doing sew along for men this coming year, but we don't have any workshops
Not
online.
Well, not online.
Yes.
Not yet. Okay? Not yet. To come. Okay? That is future. If we're able to do our fall, we do have a breeches workshop that was set up, and we did have a dozen people that were already signed up. So if one or two or three or whatever of those people end up not taking the workshop, then that'll be open for in person. But breeches are a rough one. Yeah, we have, but we do have a future planned for men's as well. So no worries.
Cheryl asked, "What is tambour?" Tambour is just a particular type of embroidery that's done with a hook rather than a needle. So it looks like kind of just a miniature crochet hook. And
Ruth actually said tambour is
Oh,
crochet
yes.
and embroidery
Thank you,
had a
Ruth.
baby.
That's exactly
very
what
true.
it is.
It's very true.
So basically, you're just chain stitching around the fabric instead of like in crochet where you would just chain stitch the thread loose.
Yeah.
And so you just do that to create your motif.
Yeah, you're basically holding your chain stitch down on the
Yes.
fabric with your little hook.
I really, if embroidery and crochet had a baby.
That's really good. Well, remember that, Ruth. That was a good one. We should put that into the
yeah.
when we do the description.
Ooh, there's a suggestion for a quilted petticoat workshop.
I've done those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be a good sew along. That'd be a number of hours.
Could we just have them sew it and we watch?
I like that. We're sort of reverse
Yeah.
sew along.
How about that? That's a good idea. That's lots of stitching, but yeah. Maybe that might be a great thing to maybe call Neil and have Neil get on, and we'll talk about quilted petticoats because there's some really great ones in the collection at Colonial Williamsburg, including the Abby Trowbridge.
Oh.
So, Abigail Trowbridge. Yeah, there's the
Hold on,
Abigail
I feel like this needs
Trowbridge
a
quilted.
pinky up.
Yeah, oh yeah, pinky up.
Oh, we could do, a half scale quilted petticoat.
Oh, that would
I'm
be
on board
good.
for
I
that.
would
Yeah,
be so
that we
much
could
better
do.
with that because
Yeah.
the last quilted petticoat I did was probably like 120 hours of quilting, and I don't know if I'm ready for a full-size one again.
Half scale might be, that might be the ticket. Or maybe another thing could be a quilted waistcoat, ladies' waistcoat. That could be
Or
fun.
like a man's quilted waistcoat.
Or a man's
Would be really
or both.
cool. Or both.
Or both.
Maybe it's
yeah,
both.
There you go. So, lots of ideas. The biggest problem we have with all these ideas is time management, yeah.
Yeah. There's
Minor
not
detail.
that many of us, surprisingly. And there are only so many hours in the day.
Yeah. And, I have to say that Christina delivers a very high quality product to you guys in our videos.
Try.
So in order to do that, we need time and we need location and we need equipment and we need all the things to give you guys a really good product. So that's important to us, and we don't want to compromise that. So one of the things we did want to tell you is that if you do not subscribe to our newsletter, that is where we will make announcements for workshops and things like that. It's a great idea to do that.
Yeah.
So add yourself to that.
And we don't like spam you guys.
No.
We really only send them out kind of when we need to.
Yeah,
Brooke
sends
takes care
about
of
once a
those.
month.
Yeah, unless there's really special things going on, she's not going to send you emails every single day, so it's not going to clutter up your inbox and stuff.
Right.
Because we don't like it when that
Yeah.
happens to us either.
Yeah.
So we don't want to do it to you guys.
Right. And it's really very specific. If we're going to offer our workshops, about that and that sort of thing. So does anybody have any questions for us?
They're now discussing what size a quarter size quilted petticoat would be to fit an 18-inch doll.
Are you going to
my
do the
gosh.
stitching to scale on that? Because that's insane.
That would be insane.
What is the usual tape width for a petticoat waistband? Or is it folded over?
It depends.
It depends.
Yeah.
You can do it a couple of different ways. We tend to use 1/2 inch.
Well,
When you're first starting out,
1/2 inch is what I've seen on a lot of originals that
Yeah.
still have their waistband intact.
and a lot of them don't.
Yeah.
A lot of them get modified. They get a different waistband put on them. Sometimes buttons, things like that.
Yeah. Weird stuff happens.
Yeah, and but 1/2 inch seems to be pretty typical. If you are a new sewer, we usually suggest 3/4. It gives you a little bit of leeway, to feel comfortable. Especially if you're doing it where you're sitting it on top of your raw edge like this. It gives you just a little bit of extra oomph. So what are you laughing at?
And Neil goes, weird stuff happens.
Weird stuff happens.
Because it does, yeah.
Yeah, weird stuff does happen.
Cecilia, though, had a fly trim question. She asked if we've considered a workshop or so along about fly trim. I love
Well,
trim, but Melissa does a lot of trim.
yes,
Is Melissa
Melissa.
watching?
Melissa is one of our instructors. She's one of our in-person instructors. She's not part of our germ pod right now. Sorry. We miss you, Melissa. But she's amazing with trims, with fringes. And we had made plans, and we do have in the works a workshop, but it's in person. Now, turning that into online is a potential, but we haven't, again, we are not in person. We can't hang out with Melissa and talk and do the things and plan these things out. So yes, in the future it might become a virtual thing, but we have worked on in-person workshops for that sort of thing. So
Trims are really fun, too.
Yeah, they
so,
are.
And there's
and we
something that
we have
would-
a whole workshop, or she has a whole workshop planned out with our guidance.
She's here.
Yay!
Yay!
Hey, Melissa. But yes, we will definitely, it's going to be an in-person for sure. And if we can turn it into something virtual, I'm losing my little hat.
Don't lose your hat, Linda.
Don't lose my hat, Linda. Okay. If we can turn it into something virtual in the future, we will definitely look into doing that. So, right, Melissa, you want to be on
Yeah.
YouTube forever?
Until Melissa teaches it online, you can check out Romantic.
Oh yes, Romantic Recollections. She is amazing, and Denise has done a huge amount of research as well. She does modern digital embroidery. She does standard embroidery. She does versions of trims, but she also does them in historically accurate manner. And she's actually gone to France and taught classes.
That's exciting.
Which is pretty exciting. So definitely check out Romantic Recollections. And she's an uber nice person too. So
It makes it better, doesn't it?
it does. It does. But we'll be doing lots of things. And when we can get all of our instructors back into our circle, you know, we'll be going back to our hands-on, and we'll be talking about other things that we can do virtually to expand that. So,
Yeah, there are like woven trims too
Oh, yeah.
that like you can get into when you go down the trim rabbit hole. So
yeah.
there's lots of really
so
great
much stuff.
Yeah.
There's lots of stuff.
Yeah, but it's just time. So you guys have had really wonderful ideas for us, and
Yeah.
so we just ask that you be patient with us as we work through them
Right.
all, because we can't do it all right now.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
want
we-
to,
we-
but
I mean,
Yeah.
you could, but no one would get.
you
their
wouldn't get
fabric
any of your
orders.
fabric, and then you would
Yeah.
all be very upset with us.
Yes. 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 And then we couldn't afford to have the place where we store all the fabric. And yeah, it would not be good.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but you know, going back to fabric, we've gotten a lot of new things in. So, and Brooke's going heavy sigh because Brooke also manages my inventory. And I usually run in from my office going, I'm getting this stuff. And then she's like, how much is it? How many rows did you say? What? When's it coming? Oh, okay.
And then she comes into the back room, and we go, where are we going to put this?
And then we open it up, and we all want it.
Exactly. So, yeah. So anyway, lots of new stuff coming in. Working on new product as always. So the new year is looking up, looking up, and we are excited.
Let's see. Hold on. I think Timesmith had a question. And, inkle loom, tape weaving. It would be like a box loom. What we think of today is an inkle loom. Like if you were to look up inkle loom, a modern one, it wouldn't be a loom that was really available in the 18th century. But it does appear like sometimes they are calling tape looms or box looms inkle in the 18th century.
Yeah.
So there's a little bit of confusion with the terminology
Right.
there. But yes, it would be like a tape loom or a box loom, a table loom setup that you would make tape on. And then Cecilia was asking if crocheted trim was a thing in the 18th century.
Not crochet trim.
Not crocheted, but there is actually chained trim.
Yes, there's chain trim, and that's done with a knotting shuttle.
Yes.
Right?
Well, it could be. Yeah.
Yeah, well, there's knotting trim, and you see that it's created, and it kind of resembles crocheting to a point, but you're using a large shuttle, which is a large version of what you may know as a tatting shuttle. It's more open-ended, and it actually follows some of the tatting, what now is tatting, and Melissa can speak to that
my gosh.
because she is the friggin'
I want.
tatting
Can
queen.
we have her on a live to do like a tatting thing? I know it's
We
technically
should.
like not an 18th century thing or whatever, but I just think it's cool, and I
Well,
love listening to her talk about it.
Listen, if the lady tattoos tatting on her body, she's into it. Right, Melissa?
Like the word or the actual.
Oh, no, she
design?
actually has
Yeah.
a tatted design.
It's so cool.
Yeah, it's really cool. Yeah, yeah,
It's like goals.
yeah. Goals. Yeah. Dedication. Just saying. Is she still there? Is she
Well,
even
she does,
talking to
yeah.
us? Does she hate us yet?
What if that wasn't public knowledge and now you just outed her like that?
I know, totally. I didn't say where it was.
She says the box looms will be involved in the trims workshop.
Okay,
Yeah.
great.
Ruth's on board with tatting goals.
Tatting goes. That's right.
Yep. So we got 10 more minutes.
Well,
What do you guys want to talk about?
Yeah.
Hey, why don't you guys talk? Tell us what are the projects that you have made for Christmas gifts?
Or
Because a lot of people
Or
are
Hanukkah.
or
if
Hanukkah.
you did Hanukkah gifts.
Yeah, or whatever
holiday gifts.
holiday
anything.
you are celebrating.
Selena's wondering if people, if they visit Colonial Williamsburg, are they able to wear the outfits that they've made through the workshops while visiting there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you absolutely can.
Now, Brittany was just in Colonialisburg yesterday wearing one of her outfits that she's made with our assistants.
Yep, she was. In fact, I need to share that. In
Baking
our social
cookies
media.
and knitting a hat.
That
I
sounds like
love
a plan.
cookies.
Fabric
me too.
origami ornaments.
What?
Oh, that's cool.
Who did that?
Never heard of that.
Oh. Are there pictures somewhere? I really want to see these.
Ooh. Patchwork pockets.
Yay. Oh, by the way, our worsted little piece packets are up now. And I put a post up and said, if you do Insta, if you don't follow Lemonade Made Daily, check her out because she is an amazing quilter. And she has taken our fabrics and done some of the most beautiful things with it.
Yeah.
And I mean, she started taking apart old sample packets, and then she would make this beautiful thing and like send me a picture, and I'd go, "Whoa, how'd you do that?"
Yeah.
So she's pretty amazing, and you need to check her out for inspiration.
Okay, so I really oh, where did it go? There we go. Snarky Flower says my family just trades alcohol for Xmas.
Yeah, that's
Can I
actually
be
not
in
a
your
bad.
family?
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Oh,
Too.
there's a lot of doll clothes being made.
Oh, I'm going to say this wrong probably. Is it Schweig? Made a walking stick.
Oh, that's cool.
That's pretty cool.
That's very cool.
Viking hoods.
This is so awesome.
It is.
Emily Hurley's going to be making another writing habit based on the pattern from the workshop once her blue surge arrives.
Yay, Emily. We want pictures, please. We miss you.
Look what Rebecca P. made.
Where is it?
Second to last. Oh, Harry Potter robes.
So many cool things. You
Oh,
guys,
she sewed a plush baby Yoda.
yay! You guys, it is always such a pleasure and such a privilege to visit with you guys because you're so inspirational. I mean, wow.
I'm working on a Darth Vader dress right now.
Are you really?
Yeah.
You didn't tell me that.
Well, I'm going to wear it to Christmas Eve.
Ooh.
Yeah, so
I'm
I have
excited.
to finish it for Christmas Eve.
P.S. I do not even have a Christmas Eve outfit.
Maybe you should make a Darth Vader dress.
I don't know what those look like.
It's just it's basically have you seen like the Hinterlands dress pattern? I can't remember who makes it. It's like an indie pattern company online, but it's kind of like it's like my style, it's like my vibe. But it's just this really cute Star Wars fabric that I got a long time ago. That's been in my stash. It's like a Tiffany blue base.
Yeah.
And then it has Darth Vader heads as
cool.
as sugar skulls.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and then the border on the bottom is another kind of Tiffany blue base with white polka dots.
That sounds very cool.
I think you'll like it.
I have some nice Santa Claus fabric.
There you go.
Maybe I can make a jumper.
Oh.
Yeah, I have my Halloween jumper, 2/3 made, and then Halloween came. What?
Read the last comment from member services.
No, Angela should be Emperor Palpatine of Christina's Darth
my
Vader.
God.
Yes, Master.
Hey, I like that. That works for me. Thank you. Good
Great.
recommendation.
Now we're all going to become Sith Lords.
Well, Brittany does have the lightsaber.
Oh, she does. You're right. Brittany was unrolling some silk gauze for an order the other day. We're just totally chatting about random warehouse stuff now.
Yeah.
And she got to the end of it. And normally they're just on like a cardboard tube or like a white cardboard tube. This one was on like a white holographic, like geometric holographic papered tube. And so she kept it and she won't let any of us throw it away. It's by her desk now because it's her new double-ended lightsaber. Because we're not nerds here at all.
We're not nerds here at all. I mean, if you can't have fun, right? What?
Someone's asked, Catherine Cheekman's asking if she's allowed to send us Christmas cookies.
Brooke's looking at me like, don't you dare say no.
I would normally say yes, except the mail is so,
Yeah, we
the
might
mail
not
is
get it
sketchy
for a
right
month.
now.
I might get them at Valentine's Day.
However, my birthday's in January.
So there
I'm
you
not
are.
saying. I'm
After
just saying.
maybe after Christmas cookies.
Neil Hurst.
What did he say?
Does Angela even know what Star Wars is?
Okay, I'm not even going to answer that.
Don't know. Don't go there.
Yes,
For
dear.
shame.
Yes, young child. I bought the toys, the original toys, for my children, just like I bet your mommy bought them for you. Yes, I know what Star Wars is.
And she likes it too.
I do. I love Star Wars.
I don't know. I don't want to like totally point this out, but I don't know if anybody noticed.
Yeah.
I am wearing my
Star
Star
Wars
Wars Christmas
Christmas.
shirt. It's my Star Wars Christmas sweater shirt.
Yeah.
It does double duty. It's got my Boba Fett. It's got my R2-D2, TIE fighters, and then, your Rebel and Imperial symbols.
Exactly.
This
That's
is my
very
favorite
cool.
Christmas shirt.
Yes. What do you say?
Persis says that Neil is a scruffy Nerf herder.
This has devolved quickly.
I'm Kylo Ren. I like that. That could work for me.
There you go.
I could totally see you as a Kylo Ren. Yeah. He's cute too.
Yeah, thanks.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
Love you.
So
I'm just impressed with this long list of all the things you all
people
have
are
So
been
many
making.
cool things.
I mean,
yeah.
so many that I can't even read them all off. And Angela will read them all this weekend when she watches the video over again. And
Yeah.
will
Oh,
be overwhelmed.
I don't have a computer at home. I can't get the chat thing up.
We've got an old laptop you can take home.
No, I think that one probably needs to go in the garbage, the recycle bin.
It's right down here. It's fine.
It's all good.
Oh,
All right, we only got 2 minutes left, you guys. So, with that said, if anybody has any last minute questions, we hope we've gotten you. Ding dong,
I
somebody's
bet
here.
that's your monitor.
Okay.
Brooke just left. So we might be here longer
We've
than
got
a couple of minutes.
to-
Yeah, because she has to hit the button. I don't know what to do.
Well, I think
know
it's
what
the
to
door.
do?
I think it's the front door. That's not the warehouse dinger.
No, but like
That's the front door
she
dinger.
has to hit the button.
Oh, that button.
That button.
I thought you meant the door button.
No,
We'll just
we'll just stand here.
Yeah, if
and
you
look
guys,
uncomfortable. No, just kidding. No.
Ooh, this is cool. You have me, Elschweig goes, you have me picturing a black silk robe a la Française with a stomacher that has a Vader's Call Mommy buttons on it.
Oh, that would be so
I want to see
rockin'.
this. I want to see
That would
this.
be so rocking. I love it.
You could do like a 1790s Ray as well, like with
Yeah.
the white gauzy, right? Like that with the like kind of tan sash. Guys, I feel like we need to historical cosplay Star Wars.
Yeah. That would be cool.
This could be our next cool thing.
Actually, one of our followers is doing that. She started with her shift, and she's doing a Star. I don't know where it's going, but so far
man.
she's been working on her shift, and she keeps, what would Scotty do? She keeps putting the hashtag what would Scotty do? So
Wait,
she's
is that
wait a minute,
Star Trek,
that's Star
Angela?
Trek. Sorry, she's doing Star Trek. I do know what Star Wars is. Neil Hurst. Don't even talk to me.
Totally.
No, he's got all over it. He's
Oh,
all over it.
Ginny
I'm
Poole
done.
says Thumb Wars by Steve Odekirk. I love Steve Odekirk, BTW, but yes.
Ooh, Elschweig said Ray and chemise.
Yes.
Yeah,
I love
Yes.
that.
yeah. Was it your monitor?
Yes, it was my monitor.
Yay!
Yay!
Brooke
been
got a
doing-
new computer.
Yeah,
so-
we've been doing some upgrading here. We needed it desperately.
Yes.
Like I said, that one laptop needs to be recycled for parts. Maybe not even, but whatever.
But we have good equipment now.
Yeah, we do. We do. So, you guys, we're hoping that the holiday season finds you safe and warm and happy.
And we won't be coming back until January.
Yeah, not until
Yeah.
January.
So we're gonna have a little bit of a break.
Yeah, we're taking a little bit of break. We will not be here physically Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and not here New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. So a little bit of a break. but and we'll be closed for inventory the beginning of January one day. I think it's the 6th we've got it scheduled that we'll be closed for inventory. But you guys, you have been fabulous throughout this crazy dumpster fire.
Hey, it's almost over.
Yeah, 2020. Oh my gosh, don't know what to say. I just know that my normal 2-page Christmas letter was a half a page, and basically it just said we went nowhere, we did nothing, we saw nobody, and yeah, that was the end of it. My hat wants to really fall.
I
off
thought you were
now.
just rocking like a really extreme angle there.
No, I'm just real cute. Anyway, so I have to tell you one little last quip. I'm talking to one of my suppliers, and he's talking about, they were celebrating Hanukkah, and his grandson cannot say Hanukkah, so he tells everybody happy vodka. So I think that is the way we should end
From
this.
the mouths of babes.
Yeah, that's the way we should end this.
And we'll be back January 15th.
Is that our first?
That's our first. It'll be a live.
Yep.
So to see you all January 15th.
January 15th
Yes.
here on YouTube.
Yes.
And happy vodka.
Happy vodka. That's it. Take care, everybody.